guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nkosi and I'm here back with another gardening tour video. This is a November gardening tour. So today guys, a lot has been happening in this November month. The heat has been frying my garden. Bugs are also up here, and aphids, like, guys, this year I've never had to deal with so much bugs in my garden, and this year so guys, let me show you around what's happening in my garden in this November month. We are starting my tour on this side of the garden. This is where my grapevine is growing, and like, guys, look at the stark difference between the two trees. This, when I got it, it was this small, and look at it, it's already up there. And this one, I had got it, it was already big, it was in a 10-liter bucket, but it's just sitting there and stagnant. So this is all that's going on, and this garden bed. This, the way everything is just doing, I'm loving it. I can already see that by next year March, this tree will be covering, this grapevine will be covering most of the logs up there. And this one, I think this will start growing next year, not anytime soon. And on this corner, I had actually planted some bulbs which have not sprouted, which have not germinated. And here I had zinnias and marigolds, but it's a shady place. So, and on this I had started lettuce. Some lettuce have germinated and most of it did not. I don't know what I'm doing wrong where lettuce is concerned. I don't seem to get it right. It's either it does not germinate at all or only a few germinate. And my granadilla tree, I had moved it from where it was and planted this side because I actually I wanted to take advantage of the trellis on the side of the garden. And I have my anastasias. These are all anastasias, and I had added more green beans. If you remember, guys, on this side of the garden I had more open spaces, so I decided to put more, and most of the beans have germinated. But the only problem is, just look at these leaves, they are being eaten up, and the heat is also damaging the leaves. Like, look at this. So I need to take care of the bugs because it shows what I'm having is either I have snails and caterpillars at the same time. I've never had to use any chemicals or whatever in my garden, but the reality is, I don't know, maybe it's because of the heat, but at least this side of the beach, it's no longer as bare as it was last month. It's doing rather well. And if you guys can remember, on this garden bed, this side of the garden bed was actually bare. I've replanted the sweet corn and it germinated and it's doing rather well. And I also have some coriander growing. If you had watched my video where I was doing, I think it's the video where I was doing the raised bed, I had planted here and something during the night happened. I didn't think anything would germinate, but look at this, it germinated. And then the popcorns are already popping. I say, guys, this is all popcorn that I had planted before. Then I added some more popcorn on the side of the bed. And I have some anastasias growing at the bottom and some marigolds growing. And the northern exposure plant, it's getting bushier and bushier. I need to trim it, like, honestly speaking, especially this side, because it's even falling off. So I need to cut it down a little bit more, but but otherwise it's doing well. And here, this is the flat ball pumpkin, eh? I don't know when it's my first time growing this, so I don't know when to harvest. Look, it got rotten, and I think I was supposed to harvest it because they don't grow big, they become smaller and flat. So this got rotten, but next time I will pay more attention. And my zinnias, they are poking through from this, and this, it has vine quite a lot because it's only about 3 plants which I had planted on that side, but look at them. I always try to make sure they do not come out of the garden bed, they stay put in there. And my nasturtiums poking through there, already having nice flowers. And I have marigolds in this bed. These are still all my flat ball, my white flat ball pump squash, man. And then my sun roses, they're no longer sunning. Look at this head. I think they are done, but I still have more flowers going. Like, just look at this beauty. On this side of the garden, this head is smaller and this head is bigger. And on this one, after I put some compost, that's when it started to show some life, and a head is forming, which is rather great. And then on this side, I had trimmed the shrubs. And the grasses are doing well. I need to deadhead. The flowers are done. Those grasses, they give purple flowers, but they are no longer looking that nice. And the roses also, they are done. I need to deadhead some more because there are some dry roses petals there. And then all these shrubs growing. My jelly beans, I really need to build. And this is same family as the aloes, it's also flowering. This is the plant, I don't know the name of this, I really need to find out. And my elephant ear plant, look at how beautiful this is looking. But I also need to start trimming it because look at here, like trim this out, then allow this new growth to grow. So I'm going to trim this old one out and allow for the new growth. And my jade plant and this gray plant there, I do not know what is. I have another northern exposure growing on that side. And this foxtail plant that's doing quite well on this corner. I think it's loving this corner. And I've added another northern exposure recently, which looks like it's about to die. And look at those grasses. This side, they are giving white flowers. They are giving white flowers, and it's going to seed now. And here I have loads and loads of marigolds growing. And even those sides, they are done. My jelly bean, the side of the garden, they are doing well, rather well. I've planted some, it's drying out. Somewhat, what's the name of this plant? I will put the name of it on the screen. Oh, it's hydrangeas. This one is thriving, guys. This is from cuttings that I transplanted last week Sunday, so it's been a week. And the other ones, they are not looking so great, but this one, It's thriving. And I have a new addition on this corner, which I also need to find the name. And then there's this foxtail plant that's having babies around that had looked like it was going to die. It's doing quite well. And look at this garden bed. If you remember, this was looking like all dairy and ripe. It wasn't looking so the best. What I did was to get the raised bed around it, put some compost, give it some TLC and bulbs and crevices, and just look at how lush it's looking. This is all the pumpkin and watermelon growing on this garden bed. It's doing so well, guys. Just look at this. Like, guys, those are so amazing. This is all the watermelon, and here is the pumpkin. It's just doing so well, and it was looking like it's about to die. It didn't look as healthy as it's looking now last month. And this month is looking so great. And my sunflowers also, they are also fighting for a better chance of growing. And look at this. So this needs to allow the sunflower to come out. It's looking so beautiful. And on this trellis where I'm growing the butternut and gem squash, we already have some gem squash. There's some more growing, and we have some butternut squash. And I had thought this was the cantaloupe melon, because I did grow cantaloupes, which means they did not germinate. And I have some more. There's some more butternut squash growing on the side, and there is a baby. What's this? There's this gel-like thingy on here. That's why I'm saying, guys, I'm having a lot of bugs, which I need to take care of. And this is the cucumber plant, which is not doing so well. I'm even thinking of taking it out altogether, because you see the cucumbers are getting rotten for some weird reason. Like, it's just not giving. And I have some more watermelons, and I think this one are the baby melons that are growing on the side of the garden. And I have my rose, and look at this bee doing its own thingy. And then, guys, let's come to this side garden bed. This garden bed is where all the voluntary potatoes have grown, but I did suffer some blade, but they are surviving. They are surviving, guys. I thought all these potatoes were going to die, but they are pushing through. Look at all how the leaves are looking. It's getting bad, and I did not do anything. It's healing itself. It's healing itself. And here I have a broccoli head growing, and then my coriander is flowering. I don't know, this year I think it's because of the hot weather. My coriander is growing flowers so fast, it's not even funny. And then my spring onion, look at this. This is the same vine as that one. It has crept all the way to here. I had removed some of the cauliflowers, and I'm thinking now I'm going to remove all of it, because this is so full of aphids, it's not even funny. Look at how curled up all those leaves are. These are all aphids. I have quite a lot. I have white and black aphids growing, spreading in my garden. And this potato, sack of potatoes, this finally succumbed to the disease. It finally died. It finally died. It did succumb. And then on this side, oh guys, look at these grasses that grow on their own. And I decided to just let them be. Then on this pumpkin vine, I've been dealing with a lot of squash bugs. Like squash bugs are like all over us. And I also have developed some white mild dew. It's quite a lot. So today in the afternoon, I'll be spreading with some bicarbonate of salt with soap, dishwashing soap to deal with the white mildew and the squash bugs, guys. But I have 3 pumpkins on this vine alone. Like, one is already big and 2 they are medium size. Let me show you. Look at all the white mildew on the leaves. It is normal to have them, especially on old leaves. Look at this. But then mine has sprayed, and I'm partly the culprit because of that, because I like to water in the afternoon. And as you can see, the vine is starting to die down a little bit more. And look at my pumpkin. It's deformed because normally this, it does not shape out like this, but this one it's shaped up like that. Which I do not mind. And this one did die. The other one on the side, you see the problem. And look at this two nestled there. Like, guys, I'm so excited. I can't wait to have those. And then even my green beans is being eaten up, and it's also suffering from white mildew. And then look at all the beans. Look at all the beans that are growing. I'm already harvesting the beans, like as in like twice a week, around 500 grams or more. And then my spinach is being tossed by the sun, guys. It gets rather too hot. I'm even thinking I need to put a net. The sun is way too hot. Look at this. Just look at this. This is not. And then my sunflower. Look at how brown those leaves are. Look at the head. Those leaves. Guys, advice on this. This is my first time growing sunflowers. So I don't know if this is normal or not. And then it's too hot at the same time. But I still have some sunflowers growing. Just look at this beauty. And the corn. Some corn is starting to develop, as you guys can see. And if you guys can remember this garden bed, I had grown peas. And those peas are nowhere to be found. They are nowhere to be found. So I have some volunteer butternut. This butternut squash, it had grown on its own, and I decided to just leave it than leave this garden bed bare. Rather leave the pumpkin, do the butternut squash to do its own thing. And look at the beauty of the zinnias. Look at the beauty of the zinnias and the sunflowers all mixed together. And I already have another butternut growing there. And then there is my strawberries that are looking not so good. And that side they all died. And this I'm gonna take it out because it's just like I think it's done. And then this used to be my chili plant. It was the Megan chili plant, which it also died. And then I have my blueberry bush. These blueberries, they just don't seem to be getting any bigger than they are right now. They've been in this size for as long as I can remember. And I have some tomatoes growing, which I need to transplant. I have tomatoes here. If you guys can remember, I used to have a mango tree here which died because of frost. And my other blueberry bush, the smallest one, and a marigold on the side. And here on this pot I have some mint. This mint I had put it last week Sunday on this pot. This it's from cuttings which I took from my aunt's place. That's why it's looking like it's about to die, but it's not dying. And I have another butternut squash which is being eaten up. Like, see, caterpillars are just doing their thing. I'm hoping it will trellis up this pole, up. That's what I'm hoping for. Here my deal is not giving what it's supposed to give. And I have my basil. I've harvested the thyme and topped the pot with some new compost. And that's it for this video. If you like this kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up below, and leave a comment. And I would love, guys, if you could leave me some advice on what to do with the sunflowers, because I don't know if they are done or they are suffering from some kind of a disease or what, but I don't know. I'm also going to be doing some research. If it means they are done, it means I'm gonna have to plant some more, which I did not prepare for that, because I think I was supposed to do succession planting when the sunflowers are concerned. And I'm also gonna be adding a few stuff in my garden for just to continue the growing to the growing season. So guys, see you on my next video. Bye.